And we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed that duct tape. I certainly did. It was hilarious.
I agree with the assertion being made by Quirky.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us, Budget Steel Mold.
Yes, I am not steel mold. I am iron mold.
Iron mold. But there it is, Yakuzaku joining us.
Hello.
From now on, since Steel Mold's internet decides to, hurt him.
Yep,
It's gonna be a first TvZ on stream.
The best matchup.
Yeah.
As I do say. And it's gonna be one of some of the best players of each race that we've had in GPO.
Mm-hmm. Seither and MeomaikA is going to be starting on Epidream of the new maps in the map pool. I would say one of the least weird maps in the map pool.
That it is, but what it lacks in strangeness, it makes up for in low map rush distance.
Yeah. Oh. It's a good time because I'm so excited for these games. We are going to be starting on Everdream LE and spawning in the bottom left, the Blue Zerg from Vietnam representing Game TV, former GPO champion. This is MeomaikA. And spawning in the top right, the Red Terran from Australia representing Mind Freak. This is Seither.
And the real mind freak here is trying to figure out how to pronounce Seither's name.
Pretty sure it's Seither.
Yeah.
I said Seither. But MeomaikA did change his name back from coronavirus to MeomaikA. Probably
Which,
like, all right.
I mean, makes sense.
Makes sense.
In light of recent thingies.
Recent developments. But does seem to be pretty standard opening so far. Hatch before pull from Meo. Barracks in the main for Seither.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Meo may have changed his name, but he's still just as deadly as ever.
Yeah.
And we are getting to that point where we're going to have to wait a while. And I don't just mean because you're in quarantine. I mean, in this particular game, we're going to be waiting a while before the action hits.
Yeah. Well, SCV going to be going across the map. Going to be Reaper Expand coming in from Seither as well. So still standard players coming on. Oh no, it's Marine follow-up as well.
That's what I like to see coming out from the Terran player in a TvZ. A little bit of a hatchery block here, but the SEV is very polite. Gonna be backing off. Meo takes a bait, though. Or does he?
Does he? Oh, he's got to take the Fed at that low ground. Just above the...
Interesting.
The main, as... Can he get one drone?
Come on, get one more. That was pretty clutch.
From Meo.
It was. Ooh, a bit of a mismicro there, though. He barely survives.
Queen's coming in clutch.
That's what we do need them for. I do have to wonder about this placement of the third from Meo, though. It is a new map, and I'm just wondering what the rationale here is. Maybe it's easier to defend? I'm not too sure.
It does seem to be easy to defend so far.
Well, I mean, so far, there's also not a lot going on, so...
Yeah, that too. And it's just going to be the standard 1-1-1 coming in for Seither as well. Will we see Big Us? Will we see the transition into Bio? We have to see. Looking like we may go into either Banshees or BCs as that lift off.
That is pretty interesting of a decision.
Ooh, there's going to be Cloak Banshees.
And
But no, Banshee's being made. Maybe it's just going to be the fake out here.
oh wow,
Nope.
I don't think so. Not when the tech lab isn't built on the factory. I think Seither is going to go for that Banshee tank with Marine push. Will he throw in a couple of SCVs to try to make bunkers? I feel like that's a little redundant in TvZ. How are you going to build the bunkers on creep, right? But we might see that.
Yeah, we might. But Meo going for that early lair. So maybe transitioning into his tier 2 tech as well. Lair is done. It's going to be straight into Hydras.
Ooh. The safe choice, if not the more exciting one. Although, in saying that, I feel like straight to Hydras is less common nowadays.
Well, first Banshee is out. Spore's actually going down into the mineral line, so by the time the Banshees do get there, Mia should be somewhat safe.
That is accurate, even with the short rush distance here. It's either Seither or Seither? What are you talking about, Seal?
Tifa.
Ah, I got it. Yeah, I mean, this Banshee's going to be picking up... nice little kiting. Oh, not really kiting, but positioning here.
Only getting 5 drones with that first Banshee. Now, you hasn't scouted that it's Hydralist yet. As that third did get delayed, thanks to those lings. Hydralists are out now.
Yeah, and I do actually kind of worry for Seither since he doesn't know that it's Hydralisk. I have to wonder about the effectiveness of his unit composition. He is, however, ramping up the barracks production very quickly. That's... Yes, girl.
Yes, he's still...
He isn't building.
This fed.
Yep. Ooh, Hydra's coming in. Spine not quite done yet, but it doesn't matter. Get hecked, Banshee.
Get hecked. But Mio's also taking his second guesses on his natural and his third at this moment. He's just going to take more and more drone losses here. Oh, no!
I wonder
Target
if that's
firing
intentional.
there. Seems to be, because he's
careful
keeping his
about
Hydra count a bit lower than it usually is, and there's no Banes as of yet. So, shouldn't expecting to see those, you know...
Mailing nest.
Fourth getting taken now by Mio, so is looking to get into his upgrades, like, really quickly.
Well, will Seither give him the time to do that, though? It looks like MeomaikA, on the other hand, wants to take the initiative, though, to try to keep Seither back? Or at least he's just keeping his options open in terms of positions. Clearing out that rock's gonna be chasing away the Banshee. In the stand, the huge.
Vascular augments as well, being used as well as now. Drop going to be coming out for Seither, just full of Marines. Damn, +1 as well, being check it as well. So +2 armor. Sorry, +1 armor and combat shields. As these Hydralisk. Oh, nice positioning there.
God damn it. Question mark. Yeah.
Yeah. We did see it with the Overlord in the middle of the map.
That he did. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. Like, we waited pretty long enough for some action to happen, but MeomaikA, gotta throw a dampener as usual.
Too lazy. As now the army of Mio looking to whatchamacallit.
Yeah, he took such a looking to commemorate?
Conglomerate. But the tank shots are there. The third tank is going to siege out the Hydralisk.
Yo, needs to back off.
But now it's just combat shields done, +2, 2-2 on the way as well for the Spire. As 2-1 now on the way for Mio.
It's kind of hard to come out of that and think that Mio, or think anything other than Mio just sort of threw away some supply.
He's looking to get into the middle of that map.
Yeah, and that can definitely be
Dropper Lords.
Okay, then. That's not at all what I was expecting. But he is finally going to realize, oh yeah, I skipped Banelings. As that Baneling does come in. I do like Mio taking, positioning himself in the middle of the map, though. That's... When you don't have Banelings, or when you are on this Hydra-Ling sort of composition, one thing you really want to... I don't want to say you want to rely on it, but one thing that can really help you or cover your weaknesses is to catch a Terran opponent off guard.
Oh, speaking of getting cut off guard, does the actual drop get scattered? No, it doesn't.
No, he did not. Seither could potentially do a lot of damage, considering that MeomaikA's army is not in position. In saying that, though, it's 4 drop lords full of Hydras.
Yeah.
It's, well, we'll have to find out what kind of damage this can really do. Seither is not really paying attention at this part of the map. He should probably see it now. And he's gonna have to react.
Just a couple of bio at the moment. Take it to get sieged up on that mineral line. The rest of the army is here as well.
Here. Ooh, and this could be a bit of a problem. Does start to step in with the stim, and it manages to annihilate this threat of Hydralisk. Meanwhile, back at home, Seither with his drop, pulling the entire army of MeomaikA back. Mio could not utilize a multi-prong at all. And at this point, I would say that it's entirely in Seither's, the ball is in Seither's court now for a counterattack.
But that army of MeomaikA is so massive right now, with the Hydra-Ling Bane as well. For Bane speed finished as well, +3 attack on the way here for Seither. But still only +1 melee.
Yeah.
That one poor Hydralisk. Trying to do best as he can.
No man,
imagine if it was Lurker drop.
You know. Well, I mean, it was missile turret and detected, but you know, maybe with the...
I mean, the initial drop, but you know.
Ah, right.
Well, let's see how good the splits of Seither is. Bane's actually getting blocked by the Hydras. Tanks on the Hydra are doing another shot. The Baneling's getting picked up one by one, but now the Baneling's starting to connect. The bio is getting diminished here. But the tanks are doing so much to support.
The planetary is going to be pushing MeomaikA back, and once the reinforcements come in, and that's about all she wrote.
Yep. Right.
How? If we look at, pretty much. I was going to say, if we look at the units lost tab, can we get an idea of who came out better? Better from that engagement. It's probably going to have to be. Just look at how many tanks he's still got left. Look at his bio count. His +3/3 is almost about to be done. Just look at that. I like it. This one SCV who thinks he can be part of the army. Get out of here, SCV.
I can help. But +2 vehicle weapons as well on the way now for Seither. That 3/3 almost finishing up, so that bio is going to hit that point where it's just going to do massive amounts of damage. The 5th now being taken for Seither as well, as MeomaikA's 5th as well getting established.
Yeah, I kind of feel like MeomaikA might have waited too long to try to get into the late game. He's only now going to be finishing up his infestation pit. As he said, his 5th is almost now going to be done when he's equal to Seither in terms of bases. He could have maybe focused a bit more on aggressive macro, if that makes sense. Yeah,
that can make sense. Well, there's a drop going towards that main right there, that small army of Hydralisks. Getting scanned up to see where it is. It's this Overlord, I'm pretty sure, does see this drop, at least sees it on the periphery.
Ooh, and now it sees the entire drop. Seither, meanwhile, coming in with an assault from the north. It's about to be intercepted, but the kiting off creep with the concussive shell, it is gonna be enough here. But Seither's being pushed back. That is a lot of army that he doesn't want to deal with.
Yeah, and that drop in the main didn't really accomplish much as well. So Bangers keep on rolling forward, trying to find these Marines.
Pretty effective splits if I do say so myself. The drop is going to get more damage, and it will deny the Baneling Nest. That is crucial right now for the army of against MeomaikA, as he did lose almost all of his banelings in that previous engagement. High for MeomaikA about to be complete, and we'll see where he goes into this. Will it be Lurkers? Will it be... It can't be Ultras. Can it?
I mean, it kind of has to be now. It's now Kuru showing us that Spine Crawler being on fire.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day, but I'm sure it hurts.
Oh, this is a nice tank spread here from Seither.
Oh, it absolutely is. MeomaikA trying to go for a flank. Actually, no, he's trying to defend at 2 areas at once. Alright, here comes the flank, but again, that tank positioning is going to be more than enough to keep MeomaikA back. Bio is going to be able to flex its 33 versus this 2-2. And it's not quite getting their connections, but the Zerglings are slowly whittling down the Bioforce and making sure that the friendly fire on the tanks is being hit. Not much left here for Seither, MeomaikA rather, sorry. And again, he is off creep. This is not the most effective use of your Ling Bane army. We'll see if that does change with Adrenal Glands.
MeomaikA does have the 6 bases up. His economy is about as equal to Seither's as it can be, both on 78 workers, but Seither having the higher army supply.
And it's not even a competition, I do say. Oh, unless Seither
the tank connection,
a bunch of... Yeah. Unless...
I don't think it's going to be enough.
Micro back. It's not quite enough yet. But if MeomaikA can repeat the success over and over and over again, I think the tide will start to turn in his favor. The one thing that really does worry me is the economy, though. Seither, is in a comfortable position. It looks like the bases are about even, which just means that the Zerg player is behind. And if we just look at the amount of production buildings he's got, I don't see an army that cannot be quickly replaced. The Liberators do come in with their advanced ballistics, as the Banelings don't quite make the connections that they want.
Oh. Yeah, I think this is the beginning of the end here.
Yes, it does, Chase. Yeah, MeomaikA trying to hold in there. It is. Oh, look at these Banelings. So
yeah, but they're getting
Banelings.
connections that they need, and I think this is going to be a GG. Steve is going to take the lead in this best of 3.
And it looks like our Australian versus Vietnamese semifinals is going to go to a Australia lead. So I quickly change the server to Singapore whilst we await the next map choice from MeomaikA. We are using what's it called? Our updated rules, which is basically taking inspiration from Oli Moly. Yep. We are trying to, since the highest or longest series is a best of 5, there's not much of a need for 7 maps. And by cycling out the older maps, we force people to play on the new maps because we hate them. Whilst we do await our pick, let me go into the notes. As we do now have notes to try to... Hey! Nightshade. Coolish. With the maps. Otherwise known as a belladonna. And yes, you do make the hand signs when you say it. I've got a quick question for you, Quirky. Do you remember how to make a lobby link?
/ lobby link in chat.
Ah.
As you may want to swap you and Kuro. Get out.
Nah. It's fine. It's like a trial by combat, as they say, you know? They can choose, they can play it out on their own, or they can pick a champion.
There you go. Go, Skull. They're already in.
Yep, I was saying that. But Cheer HF has been called. as we load in to the darkest map, the coolest. See, problem is I can't really imitate that that steel intro because I was never a nerd. Actually, I called out.
That is true.
To say that, I can hear Kuro just shaking her head.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to Nightshade for the second map of this best of 3 series, and spawning in the top left, the blue turret, currently one up in this series, representing my freaking Australia. It is Seither.
Da, 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 da. And in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Nightshade, or Belladonna, LE, it is the Red Zug, representing Game TV and Vietnam, specifically Ho Chi Minh City, or maybe it's all of Vietnam. We have got the 2-time GPO champion. It is MeomaikA.
Yay. Yaku intro.
I would hum the Vietnamese national anthem if I knew what it was. As we are having a bit of national pride here in our semifinals. It is 2 here at 2 Australia versus Vietnam series.
Mm-hmm.
We could have an all Australia finals. We could have an all Vietnam finals. We
nothing.
could have an Australia versus Vietnam finals.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll have to find out what it is after this map. So Pullfest does get scouted by this SCV. Reaper's gonna just hang back, fend that natural that's coming out. That's gonna be made on location.
Yep, it will have its watchful eye. It's always something you gotta at least consider when you're playing against MeomaikA. But it looks like Seither wants to intercept any Zerglings while they are still slow and while they are still kiteable. Or just straight up go for a... Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
That's not at all what I was expecting from MeomaikA. I didn't... After a 12 pool? Dang.
I mean, hey, it's faking out. But it does look like 2 Lings get into space. Dude, delay that natural a little too long, but doesn't get it. Doesn't stop it from being built. We'll chase this SCV. Yep, let's get the scouting off. But it's going to be... Oh, 2-fact. Oh, this is Broodmore?
Oh, okay. This is... We have 1-1-1, we have 2-1-1, we have 3CC before Starport. This is the fabled 1-2-1.
The 2-fact.
As Steel will call it. 2-fact. That's a way better way. That's a way better name.
Welcome to Broodmore. The 2-fact is the norm for every single matchup that you could ever possibly ask for, except for maybe early game TvZ.
We're in an early game TvZ. What? Seither, he's a madman. It looks like he is taking some interesting. Oh wow. Okay. I did not expect that Reaper to live, but Seither just taking inspiration from the forefathers, as is MeomaikA. Hello, Hellions. Meet Lings. Hello,
SCVs, meet Lings.
Lings.
Oh, but the Lings do get into the main, but they're not going for the scout. They're trying to get SCV kills. Only 2 SCV down. So not too bad here.
Yeah. It was quite a bit of lost resources for MeomaikA, but he did pull Seither's army back, giving him a bit more time to set up his defenses back at home.
Yeah, getting the blue flame straight away. It's just looking to go mass Hellions at this moment, maybe.
I think so. Yep, armory has been thrown down. This looks like it's going to be a Hellbat timing, if not an all-in.
And MeomaikA is just throwing these lings at this natural, trying to see what he can find or get.
Exactly. And
SCP's kills.
exactly. And I mean, you could argue you may as well if you know that your opponent is going for Hellions, because, you know, those lings aren't going to be very useful in defense.
Quick
But what
Hydras
worries
again.
me is, exactly, MeomaikA's tech. It's not roaches, it's Hydras.
Yeah, and that's a Medivac as well.
This could be the end if MeomaikA doesn't play his cards right.
Oh, but he is gonna get in, maybe.
He
We'll get into
does,
the
and he's
natural.
going to devastate the natural mineral line just like
Does
that.
he pull back? Does he pull back the army of Seither? Or does Seither keep on going? Can he? Okay, Blue Flame isn't just finished yet. Medivac is out. Oh, does scout and see those two facts. Now here comes the Hellions. The Hellbats, I should say. And a landed Viking as well.
That's just insult to injury right there. MeomaikA is grouping up his queens, but it looks like it's going to do more harm than good in the long run. The Hellbats are starting to get picked off by attrition, if by nothing else. But as more and more Hellions start to stream in, I don't see MeomaikA turning this around.
No, the Hellions will do a little bit of help. So the Hydralisk will do a little bit of help to help, you know, chase these Hellions away, but 14 drones getting lost here. The Fed pretty much evacuated. As,
To my Spanish, to any Spanish viewers, that's a bit of an ay. Or an ay caramba.
Ay caramba. It's not El Cucaracha, because there's no roaches.
You know what it's not? It's a El Hidro.
El
Is that the
Hidro.
Spanish word for Bye Bandai Namco.
Okay. And now that we've
Such a
finished
bad.
being racist,
Seither is, not all in. He's gonna be transitioning out and going for a second push, this time with tanks and with... Oh, I'm sorry, not tanks just yet, but he will be building up his second push with tanks and with Stim Marines. It's, I want to stay optimistic right now that we'll have a longer series, but I'm gonna be honest, it's a little difficult.
yeah. It's going to be that little extra difficult as these now this 4 Hellbat drop is going to get chased away. Oh, nice, but Mio keep himself.
Yeah, it does deter the drop, does keep himself safe for quite a while.
Oh, Hydras.
Yeah, gonna catch up. The group spine is really making the most that it can, but medevac boost rather, is a little bit better. But boost does run out. Muscular augments has been completed a little while ago. But his Hydralisk will have to turn back as something or dies. Or drones die to something. I think it was that lib. Yep, it was that lib.
Fairly change drones, so not that the worst. As Seither now transitioning into tanks.
Yep, the good old standard even pulls his reactor factory away to make room for even more tanks. Which is definitely the transition that you want to see. Still not... okay, there's the third. It's floating in position, slowly but surely. As I said, when you're ahead, you get more ahead. But in actuality, when I look at MeomaikA's army, that's a pretty big discrepancy.
It is.
That said, though, I do not think that MeomaikA can even try to push into Seither. The best he can really hope for is to try to catch him on siege as he moves across the map.
Let's see. As now the siege line has been put up. Tank siege. Gotta blow this
poking
up.
and prodding a little bit. He wants to avoid these Hellbats as best as he can. Does get a nice concave with these Hydras, and he is starting to push in. But will it be enough? He did take out a lot of these Hellbats, and with that, the Zerglings are even more effective. But the positioning on that siege line, you cannot underestimate that.
No, you cannot. Seither now fully transitioning into that biotank style. Fourth of Mio getting established as well, almost up and ready and raring to go. As now concussive shells almost finished here. As it is going to be 5 racks. At least, hold up, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 racks.
Yeah, that's a pretty healthy.
Sorry, 8 racks.
When you're on 3. Okay then. This is the point where Seither could feasibly halt the production or stop making more axes, and just go into, I don't know, Sky Terran. I legitimately don't know. It's like I just A to make him, A to move him. That's the only button I need. What are you talking about late game? I don't need. You mean Master Marine in the late game?
Hey, that's actually can be quite powerful.
That it can. Don't want to underestimate that.
Man with gun OP. As Seither now landing his ball. Man with gun. And transition that into a planetary.
Yeah, Seither trying to poke in, trying to draw MeomaikA into an unfavorable position. And by that I mean a position where he would get absolutely shelled by these artillery siege tanks. Artillery tanks. That's a concept.
Yo, imagine if like Metavast could pick up siege tanks. Oh,
I would have picked them up upside down and the tanks can fire.
Oh my god!
Stonks.
Bring back Medanks. Medic tank. Tank it back.
Tank it back, yeah. That, I feel like if you're gonna push for that, that's a bit of an uphill battle.
Yeah, I realize.
But you know what? May as well have a cause. Seither's starting to push in, and just if you just look at the supply, that's one story. But then you look at the upgrade difference, the positioning, the unit composition, the fact that MeomaikA doesn't have speed veins or vein speed. It just basically tells you more of the same story.
Yeah, siege tanks are way too powerful in this position right now. As now these couple of Marines are gonna have to step back. Family gets wasted with 1 Marine. Now the Sped is in trouble. That +1 melee, can it get denied? So getting focused, but will complete.
No.
And that's gonna be it. GG. Oh. Why does it sound like it? Why does it sound like it double played it? Yeah.
I may have.
I may
have. It's kind of hard to tell when I have headphones on. And usually I press the button before I take off like one of my ear caps. But in saying that, Seither, for the very first time, I do believe, is going to be making it to the grand finals of the Grand Platypus Open.
Number 22.
Number 22. With him, he brings the hopes of many Australians and many Terran players. Meanwhile, in the next lower bracket finals,
it's gonna be a PvP.
Yeah, we are guaranteed a TVP finals. # not rigged.
Seg, what?